The Sankofa project is a collaborative initiative involving the University of St. Andrews in Scotland, the Canoe and Fishing Gear Owners Association of Ghana, the Fisheries Commission, and the Fisheries Committee for the West Central Gulf of Guinea. Speaking at a validation exercise on the project held in Cape Coast, a lecturer in sustainable futures at the University of St. Andrews, Dr. Ifesinachi Okafor-Yarwood, said the initiative seeks to assess the impact of fisheries policies on actors within the fisheries sector.
I'm just going to call it the Sankofa project because that is what the local people in Ghana have called it, because the main impetus for it is that we wanted to understand how men and women are affected by fisheries conservation policies, in this instance, fisheries close season. We also then wanted to know whether there are lessons we can learn from how our ancestors conserved the fish stock, and when we learn that lessons, whether there are ways we can integrate those knowledge with scientific practices for a more equitable fisheries practices, because we are finding, at least from the existing research that currently is available not only in Ghana but other West African countries, that some of the conservation measures are pushing people further into poverty. And so we wanted to know, one, what is the impact of fisheries closure on men and women? And two, are there lessons that we can learn from how our ancestors conserved fish so that we can bring it back today with the view of ensuring more equitable fisheries conservation practices?
The president of the Canoe and Fishing Gear Owners Association of Ghana, Nana Kweja, noted that the project also focuses on examining the gendered effects of the fishing close season on the artisanal fishing sector.
You may have heard of the minister's interest in working with the local government to have a bylaw in place to enforce the traditional fishing holiday, because the preliminary findings that were shared suggested that across the communities, fishers are ready and wish that the traditional holiday is enforced to the letter for every community to observe, instead of the current situation where some communities observe and some communities do not observe. And so we are looking forward to the ministry implementing the recommendations that will come out of this.
Also present, the Central Regional Director of Fisheries, Emmanuel Kwame Dovlo, assured stakeholders that fishers will be actively involved in data collection, adding that the law will be firmly enforced to address compliance challenges.
We will try and see how best regularly we can obtain data from the fishers, because if they also contribute data, that is where they will support what we are doing. For compliance issues, I'm ready to enforce the law. So I'll make sure that all those who engage in illegal fishing, they are brought to book and the law takes its course. I'm ready to undertake that action.
From Cape Coast, Abigail Sankofa reports.